Ma'am, do you think the current Indian media laws are sufficient to regulate the fast-growing digital media?
No, in the current scenario, there are, I should say, there are loopholes in the legal framework, keeping in mind the digital mushrooming of media. So I think there is scope for improvement, and the legislators have this responsibility to fill up the gap in the media laws.
The media laws in today's context needs a lot of change with the digital media coming in, because the social media, like also there was in the panel discussion, need a lot of reform because there are no laws governing it. There are no controls over it. Anybody can post anything that he wants. It can be against the national security also, because certain things which concern national security should not be put onto social media. But then we can't blame everybody because people are not so responsible. So there has to be a line. When there are irresponsible people, there have to be laws to govern them, to control them. So there needs to be a change in that media laws in today's context.
In your experience, what is the most pressing legal or ethical challenge that is faced by journalists today?
So there are two aspects. One is legal and one is ethical. I will address the ethical one, because nowadays, as presented in the book release only, that what happened during Kargil war, a journalist went into the army camp, and for that spotlight, entire enemy has took control of that area. And there are so many instances in case of 2611 and so on. So media person should know the ground reality. The inner illusion to become famous and for their TRP in the news channels, they should not invade into the privacy or into the security of matter of national threats, right? So these are the ethical part, and the legal part is they need a basic training of law, which governs our country, the law of the land, because without having a basic understanding, for the profession it is also harmful, for the public as well it is also harmful. And the kind of information or the kind of news they are presenting or they are delivering to the common people is they must react responsibly. Without responsibly acting into that area, they might face the judicial trial, and they can misdirect the people. The private in the seminar only, in the talk, we have a very important issue has been raised. That is media trial. They can influence the judiciary. They can influence, or they always influence the public perception. These things, being a mature society, these things need to be addressed properly.
I think the journalism and the journalists, both the theme that is very, very, very much important and significant in not only in case of Indian perspective, but also overall worldwide perspective. Because what is happening, the wars and everything, the journalism and journalists can do, I think, anything and everything in this sphere. In political perspective, social perspective, and economics perspective, they can throw the light on which everything is depending.
Sir, if you could share one piece of advice with the next generation of journalists, what would it be?
The best will be you try to explore with open mind. You should not think in terms of limitation, and think much bigger than what your social environment or cultural environment is creating. And you should be innovative in your mind to explore new things, because perhaps most of the journalists as well as the young people also do not recognize their biological structures and their social system and economic system are controlled by their date of birth. Date of birth on which they die, and they will have to exist the system, the working system, a particular date, particular time. So these are very important, and these are used indirectly and remotely to manipulate every journalist, every officials, including health processes. economic structure, age movements, all these are managed through the data birth process. So that they should be able to think beyond that to be successful. Because, and also think of if they do not fall into trap, because trap is continuous. In media world, multiple traps are there, entrapments are there. Even the scholarships, writing books, these are all traps. People are giving money, people are giving house, property and all that. Beyond that, scholarships, professorship, academic vice chancellorship, ministership, all that is given regularly. And out of that situation, people can fall into trap and they run. That is the system that is run. Nothing wrong in it. That is the system that is run historically. So that's the way it is. Sumrudh Babu talked about Amrita Bhaja Patrika. Even that paper itself, I know the family regularly, we meet regularly. Even today in the morning we have a chat. That paper itself, historically, was controlled by the British. Because the newsprint, where it is printed, that is controlled product. Even today, in Hindustan time itself, and in Kolkata also, Anuja Bagchi, Telegraph and all other papers, newsprints are imported. So newsprint are a tool of control mechanism. A journalist writing will not get to the public unless the newsprint is supplied. It is a critical ingredient. Okay, like social media is in that process. If that newsprint supply chain is controlled, then the entire media house, as well as the business processes, as the journalist activities are controlled. So one have to understand broader perspective of it. So these are not so simple, and the laws, whatever laws are created, laws are there. They are tackled in a completely different way at a higher level. And I would suggest to every journalist, every media person to explore life in a completely innovative, open-minded way. Because and I wish every journalist to live maximum of their lifespan, because I know other processes where lifespan are shortened. Biological structure is shortened. So I talk about expansion of the biological lifespan, and I wish them all success always. That's the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Be sincere in what you do, and please keep in mind that in a country like India, which is a developing country, you have responsibility. So don't take journalism as a job opportunity, but as a service to the people.
Any message you would like to give to students aspiring to become responsible journalists?
Message. Actually, see, I am in mainstream journalism for the last 20 years. And also, I am an academician. So, for the newcomer, I should say that first, know the ethics of journalism. Second, know the do's and don'ts, what to do, what you should not do. So it is very important, I think. And obviously, it is also important to know about the others, the environment, the politics, the context of the program, because I have seen in most cases they are asking such questions now which are out of the context. So it is very much bothering. It is not, it should not be like that. So I should say that before attending a program, before going to face something, just know about the context, know about the fact, and then you prepare your questionnaire to ask.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
They must accumulate the habit of reading. They must not only bookish one. I'm not talking about the only bookish part, but beyond book, beyond the realm of the book, from the society, what they are gathering, their day-to-day experiences. They must talk with the senior journalists and statesmen. So this is an entire process. only bookish or only the academic results will not serve the purpose. So for that reason, for their maturity, to understand the society, in order to understand the society, they go beyond the realm of book. They go beyond the realm of the campus. They must engage with common people. They must engage in the various strata of the society, right from judiciary, executive, and other strata of the society as well. And there is no shortcut as such. They have to go through the entire process, being a mature journalist and so on.
And sir, lastly, how do you feel about the discussions that took place during the event?
See, this is a book launch. One of the most serious subject is media law and ethics, and I personally know Moumita when we student in Chaudhury University, which is a voice of truth, which is a voice of honesty, and which is a voice of revolution. Okay, so I think when I just go through the books and all that, then I think it will be the unbiased book for me also, because I know her very well, because she is very honest and she is very focused on her work. So that I appreciate those kind of honesty and those kind of little bit of influence kind of word and influence kind of sentence, which I very much appreciate for this kind of books. But media law and ethics nowadays very much important because of the social media. See, we heard about the immense discussion about the media justice and media trial and all that. Yes, it is true. It is true. But one side ahead. Right now, government also is like in the stand position that there is like a voyeuristic camera on government's activities and government's kind of rules and all that. So yes, it's good for us that we have those kind of camera and mobile phone to take a shot, take a bit of videos to the truth, but don't go beyond that truth. Don't annihilate all this kind of truth. Don't be like only the entertaining kind of part of the reels and all that. So I think this book is like a focus on those kind of social medias and all that, and nowadays what is happening, what will be happening in future. So I think it's very good for us and very good informative kind of book, and also the sort of judgmental book also. Okay, so I am very happy that Moumita has launched this kind of books. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That is why Center for Bharat Studies has taken initiative primarily when we have discussed about the theme of the book. That day and that time I was very much interested about this book launch, because this is the very much significant time and significant perspective we are facing in overall in scenario, that we are getting the scenario, the perspective. So this is the prime time to publish this, launch this book.
These discussions which took place were very live. There were discussions, counter discussions, and it was a very lively session.
Thank you so much, sir.